Carlos, congratulations on the victory. Very, very impressive performance tonight. How are you feeling about your performance this evening?
First of all, Prost. Better impossible, you know. That was a long journey. I trained with my dad and my coach 15 years, and training a lot. A lot of things happen on this way. But today we are here, and I tell him many, many times, before it's happening today, it's happening in my mind, you know. And now my dream become true. I'm really happy.
Very nice. A dominant performance from you, really. Were there any surprises in there at all? Anything that happened that you weren't expecting?
I was a little bit surprised because he tried to take down early on the fight, you know. Of course, I expected the takedown, but not on the beginning of the fight. And also, he was really strong and was a good takedown.
Nice. The shot that landed, you kind of walked off. Did you know at that moment that this is over? Or was there any thought, maybe I better go to the ground and keep throwing punches?
Yeah, my last fights, maybe 3 or 4 fights, was on the same way, you know. On the end of the day, he needs to go back to his family, like I have to go back to my mom, you know. And if the fight's finished, I don't need to go there and hit the guy again, you know. Tomorrow, next week, he went back to train and everything. He have his life like I have my life. So that's it. We come here, work, do what I have to do, and that's it.
Nice. For your UFC debut, I asked Dana if maybe there'd be a spot on the Brazil card for you. He said if you want it, it's yours. Do you want to compete in Brazil, or do you have different ideas?
Yeah, actually, I was talking with my coach. Would be amazing fight in November, 4th, I think 4th November in São Paulo. It's my hometown. Would be really, really gift present to really good to my mom, you know. Bring her to watch me fight in UFC in my hometown. But I don't know. I have a lot of fights there already on my weight division, maybe 2 or 3. I'm not sure. So let's see what happens. I will be training. I will be training hard. But if somebody go out of the fight, I'm there.
He said he'll add you to the card. He said he'll put you there. Yeah. The last thing for me, he also said that he feels you're good enough to compete with anybody in the division right now. How do you see your career? I mean, do you want to face ranked contenders right away, or is it a slow build? How do you see your path?
Yeah. In Brazil, we usually just say, I have my feet on the ground, you know. So I was talking with my coach, like on the rank, I think up of the number 7 or 8 is really hard fight to me, you know, not good fight to me. But under the number 8, it would be a really good fight, you know. But yeah, step by step and not rush. I'm really happy. I want to enjoy this moment, celebrate with my friends, my coach, my team, and yeah, maybe 1 week after I'm gonna back to train, and we're gonna think about that.
Carlos, right over here. This is now 7 wins in a row for you, and over the last 4 years, is there anything that's changed specifically in your preparation for these fights that's put you on this great streak?
Yeah, I was living in Thailand on my last defeat, and then I back to Brazil, you know, and I don't know, when I moved back to Brazil, I feel like more hungry, alive again, you know, because I live 6 years in Thailand, and I was like everything the same, every day the same thing, train and fight to pay your house, your bills. I was like without like any dream inside me, you know, like I didn't think about UFC or something like that. I was just fighting. And when I back to Brazil, near of my mom, my friends, my coach, my daddy, Chris, make me feel alive again, hungry again, you know. Now I like the process until to the fight.
Thank you so much. Congratulations.
You're welcome.
When Dana was talking about your performance, he said it was very reminiscent of Anderson Silva. I just want to see what you think of that.
I was really happy when I heard about that because I have 3 idols is the right word.
Yes.
In MMA, and Anderson, of course, is one of them. And yeah, actually, I was before the fight, I was looking fight of Anderson Silva, Adesanya, because I'm striking and I like to watch them what they like to do, and I like to get some energy, yeah.
How important is it to watch guys that you look up to before a fight like that?
Say again.
How important is it for you to look up guys' fights that you look up to before you?
I don't know. They are where I wanna go. Where I wanna be maybe in 2 or 3 years. So for me, it's really important.
And last one for me, do you have a message for the rest of the UFC welterweight division?
Yeah, the new welterweight starts right here. Mark my words. I tell Dana the same thing. I respect everyone, but the new era gonna start.
Thank you and congratulations.
Hey, Carlos. Who are your other two idols, if Anderson Silva is one of them? Who are the other two?
Flavio Álvaro is right here, one of them, and Rodrigo Minotauro also. Minotauro and Adesanya is like the same, the same stage.
How's that howler head?
Say again?
How's that whiskey?
Really good, really good.
I'm surprised you're drinking whiskey. How does it compare to like cachaça and a caipirinha?
I like more whiskey. Yeah. Caipirinha and cachaça is good also, but this one, especially holler heads, like more sweet, so you don't feel like when you drink, but that's good.
Enjoy your win.
Thank you.
Carlos, right here. Earlier, you just mentioned that UFC wasn't even in your mind, in your thought process. When did that first come into the picture for you?
Say again, please, but it's a little bit more slowly.
You had mentioned earlier that you had never thought about being in the UFC. When did that first come to be in your mind and your thoughts?
When I back in Brazil, I was fighting the guys who was working, the matchmaker of the biggest show in Brazil, asking me to fight extreme Muay Thai with MMA gloves. And then I go there and fight, and then I ask my coach, hey, give me one MMA fight. And then I fought, and I win, and then I win again, and then I get the belt. And then I signed with my manager, Lucas Luticus. He's an amazing guy. He has a really good work, and he believes in my job like sometimes more than me. And then one day he come and ask, hey, now you building a good record. Tell me where you want to go. And then I say something like, I want to make money, fight, and say, hey, you never thought about UFC? I say, yeah, of course, but you think I can sign UFC? And yeah, of course, and I'm here today.
Thinking about that and your time in Thailand till then, how much did that elevate your confidence and your ability to be like, I can do this, I belong here?
Of course, I learned a lot of skills with my coach, Chris. He's like my daddy. But Thailand also make me like cold, like no feelings. I don't feel like excited or nervous, A lot of guys, when they go to the fight, it's like they feel the same when they go get married, Like, oh, today is the day of my life. No, today is just one day of my life. I'm going to work. I do it every day on the gym, Sometimes harder than the fight. So in Thailand, you have to, you cannot choose, I don't going to fight today or I don't want to fight next week. You have to fight because you have to pay your bills. You have to pay, Or if you have family with money, that's okay. You can choose. But most of the guys you cannot choose. Sometimes you are injured and you need to fight tomorrow. Sometimes you run at the morning and the coach say, hey, don't train today because you're gonna fight at night. And you have to say, that's okay because you need money.
Many fighters have a ritual or do something beforehand. They listen to music to get all hyped up. You're talking about being cold-blooded. For you, do you have anything you do before a fight? Is it relaxing music, anything like that?
It depends of my mood, but most of times I think about my mom, my daughter, and that's it.
Awesome. Thank you and congrats on the
You're
contract.
welcome.